Rashford masterclass. That's what that performance against Chelsea for Aston Villa is being totaled as from Jamie Redknapp yesterday in that game in the Premier League. Arsenal's Premier League season completely over. Erling Haaland running scared, Jamie Redknapp says. Pep Guardiola's come back fighting. Who is going to win the big game today? Liverpool against Manchester City. It is crunch time at the Etihad today. Is this effectively the title decider? If Liverpool win today, is it over? Do Manchester City help everybody else out by beating Liverpool today? Is there any chance that City can make a late charge? All of this on the paper route this morning on Football Talks. Welcome along to the show, everybody. If you have just come across from FUTV and joined us from the early morning show, welcome. If it is your first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you have also given this video a like, and let's get into the talk. I can see loads of people in the chat already. Get your comments in, everyone. Let me know what you feel. And let me know how you feel about everything that's going on regarding the Premier League right now. Is it over for Arsenal? That's the topic. Is their title charge done and dusted? Everyone was raving about that game last week. Obviously, Moreno came out. I said it. They did a job, but they can't continue this way without a centre-forward. And they beat Leicester 2-0. Scraped by against Leicester 2-0, that was. And then they've come up at home against West Ham. If you're not beating West Ham at home, then that is it. It's done. There's not a chance that you can challenge for the title. You're drawing a blank at home to West Ham. Leicester, West Ham at 6 points. That's definitely it for Arsenal for me. I've been saying this for ages right now, and everyone's been laughing at me a bit, saying, no. I've seen it coming. And honestly, I don't see how they can make it back into the title race right now. As it stands, 26 games played apiece. Liverpool dropped points in the week. Liverpool against Aston Villa opened the door for Arsenal. That was it. That was Arsenal's opportunity right there. And what did they do? They draw a blank at home to West Ham. That proves what I was saying is dead right, that Arsenal are never going to win anything under Mikel Arteta. He is a bridesmaid. He's never going to be the main attraction. He's never going to get the big prize. Mikel Arteta, good manager, very, very good manager, good coach, but hasn't got what it takes to win the big prizes. Unfortunately, he needed to go abroad. He needed to go and win some trophies in another league. He's not going to win anything in the Premier League. He's not going to win anything in England. It's as simple as that. He's out of the FA Cup right now. He's out of the Carabao Cup. He's out of the title race. He's got no chance in the Champions League simply because that the teams are just too good. And right now, Arsenal are staring right down the barrel of an empty season yet again. That, I feel, is where Arsenal are at. That is where they've always been at. Liverpool played 26, 61 points. Arsenal played 26, 53 points. The gap is 8 points. Liverpool have actually extended their lead. That's how crazy it is. That draw against Aston Villa and what looked like Liverpool relinquishing some grip on the trophy that they had has now been completely blown out. Manchester City today can go on to 47 points and take over Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are also playing today, bind. But right now, you're looking again, and I've said this before, the title race is over, and that's looking at it from Liverpool's stance. You can forget Arsenal, you take them out of the equation. 53 points for Arsenal is not good enough. That is them fighting right now. And the only good thing that Arsenal have got going for them right now is the fact that Bournemouth are chasing. They drop points. Chelsea are in a complete meltdown mode at the moment. They're not picking up points. I mean, Chelsea's form now, that's back-to-back defeats for Chelsea and Maresca. They're in 6th. They would have been one of these teams challenging Arsenal and taking 4th spot away from them. I've said this all along. I think Arsenal's top 4 place without a striker is up for grabs. Never mind challenging for a title. I don't think without a striker, and it's proven yesterday again, like if you cannot score at home to West Ham, you have got an issue. You can defend against United, have done it. You can defend against Arsenal. Even when Arsenal had Jesus and Havertz fit in that game, United could defend against them. Even in the league, Manchester United conceded from 2 corners. That's stopped for Arsenal as well now. Everyone's cottoned on to what they're doing from set pieces now. That was their only weapon that they had this season. They are not a good side. They are not a good side when it comes to getting over the line and getting wins. They are nice to watch. They play very nice football. But Arteta has gone into a mode this season, I feel, where he has gone into a more of a pragmatic mode of trying to just get results, be solid, not concede, and get wins. The old 1-0 to the Arsenal days. They've not tried to just blow teams away. He tried to change. And there is a little bit of credit involved in that there, I think, for Mikel Arteta, where I think he is actually trying to change the old soft-centred Arsene Wenger days, where it was lovely football, but they never won anything. And now he's gone from lovely football, not winning anything, to pragmatic football and trying to get the job done and be a bit more different and not winning anything. It's done. Like United showed against them, and United have been poor this season, that you can defend against teams like West Ham. Found it easy to defend against Arsenal. You haven't got that striker and that difference, you're not going to win anything. You're not. This is why Liverpool will win the league, because you've got Mo Salah, because you've got Jota, because you've got Diaz, because you've got players like this. That's why you've got goal scorers in your side. Arsenal don't have goal scorers. It's as simple as that. They don't have goal scorers. They have the flair, they have the glitz, they have the glamour, they have everything else, but they have avoided buying that number 9, and that is going to absolutely destroy them. City are awful, but City can still take them. Why? Because they've got players that will score goals. You've got Mamouche in that side right now who just bag a hat-trick out of nowhere against Newcastle. We've got Haaland, who everyone is criticising right now, and we'll get into that in a minute in the show, but still, he is a player there that will turn it on the day and get goals when City need it. And that's what Arsenal have not got. 8 points. If Liverpool win today, that's 11 points. Nobody's catching them. I think even with Manchester City today, like they're looking at this, and City's position right now, 4th in the league. They need Champions League football. And 4th, I think, if they win today, I think that pretty much cements Manchester City in. That will put them clear of Bournemouth by 4 points. And I think then everybody else is struggling. Aston Villa have been inconsistent. Good yesterday. Great result against Chelsea. Chelsea's inconsistencies. Newcastle's inconsistencies. Bournemouth, we know, are not going to survive. They had a fantastic season, Bournemouth. But they've just started to drop off. That's 2 defeats in the last 3 for them now. You know that they weren't going to be able to sustain a full charge. And this just actually heaps more credit onto the likes of Nottingham Forest for still being in there 3rd. In and amongst all of these teams. Heading into March. They're still there. Well done, Nottingham Forest, in all of this. But Arsenal, it's the same old Arsenal. Never winning. That's where it's at. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat on Arsenal and all of this. Get into the comment section, please, everybody. Give me your thoughts. I think this is it. Arsenal officially yesterday relinquished any chance of challenging for that title for me. I think they are done. I think it's all over for them. Stu says bottle jobs. Arsenal bottled it again, says Tom. Hi guys, Rashford exposed himself. Shameful, says Gehan. We're going to move on to Rashford in a minute, actually. Tom, man like troops be crying. Adam, do you think Arsenal should have signed Rashi in January now? I still don't think Rashford's the striker that Arsenal need. But he would have been an option for him. And you know what? Yeah, maybe he would have actually been that player that gave them something different going through the middle. I mean, he's a wide player, Rashford. Everyone knows it. They should have gone out and got what was necessary. They needed a forward. They needed a striker. Why weren't Arsenal looking at Asensio that Aston Villa have brought in? He scored 2 goals for Villa yesterday in that comeback from the Chelsea game. Why weren't they going for him? They needed to just get somebody in. I just feel like all of the good that they've done, everything that they've built up has just been completely blown out the window. Everything has just gone by the by now for Arsenal, and that's it. It's all over. The season is over for them. And they have to, and they, with their hand on their heart, they will say that our season is over right now, Arsenal fans. It's not done yet, but I do enjoy Arsenal meltdown. No, Simon, it's done. They're over. It's over. There's no chance. Adam, someone said today that United would get a parachute money if we get relegated. Oh my God, I just laughed my ass off. Parachute payments, yeah. Let's see what else we've got here in the comment section. Scrolling through everything now. So Alex, you used to say you would have a better picture after Easter. Yeah, you would, but I think we know the picture after Easter for Arsenal is no Jesus, no Havertz, no striker. Same problem as it is right now. There is no brighter picture. You can always say that if you had a fully fit squad and you had players available to you, you could always say that. Yeah, you could look into past springtime and see where you're at. You'll have a clearer idea. It's over. I'm telling you now, and I'm not even scared of saying this, Arsenal will win nothing this season. Nothing. They haven't got the team to do it. There's too many good teams in the league right now. And you cannot get by without that one key player that's just going to turn up and do something for you. It's like City have done it forever. It's like all of a sudden, bang, not playing well, Haaland will get a goal. Someone will get a goal out of nothing, and it will change the momentum of the game. You need that player up front. A simple cross into the box and a powering header into the goal. Something like that changes the game. All of the glitz and glamour football, like I've said, it's all good and well, but it's easy to defend against. You pass, but if you hold your shape, you can hold out. Sometimes some good old-fashioned cross into the box and a proper striker getting on the end of a ball, like Chris Wood has for Nottingham Forest this season, that makes a difference. That helps your game then. That puts that element of doubt into the opposition, and then you start to play a bit more better. That's what you start to play better football. That is where we're at right now with Arsenal. They haven't got anyone who's going to get on the end of a cross. They haven't got anyone who can just pick up on a scrap and score a goal. It's all of the flair players, and that can only take you so far. And it isn't going to take Arsenal to a title or any trophy this season. Let's see what else we've got in here. Gifted membership that's gone to Craig. Gifted by Tom Porter. Thank you for that, Tom. Really appreciate that, buddy. Let's see what else we've got in here now. A few more comments coming in. I want Bruno gone. Did you see him back out of a tackle, then refuse to chase the player down? Coach has no chance when your keeper guaranteed to give a howler every game. There's a lot of United talk in the chat as well. We'll move on to Marcus Rashford on that note. And Jamie Redknapp. Oh my God. Like, seriously? I'm just going to read Jamie Redknapp's story from the paper today. Marcus Rashford forces Jamie Redknapp to complete massive U-turn live on Sky Sports. Wow. It has not taken Marcus Rashford long to convince some of the quality he can deliver for Aston Villa. The forward on loan for Manchester United helped inspire a second-half comeback for the Villains against Chelsea on Saturday evening, as he twice provided assists to record a 2-1 win. Rashford was introduced from the bench at the interval to deliver a Premier League assist for the first time since October. Wow, well done, Marcus Rashford. Well done. Following the game, ex-Liverpool and Tottenham midfielder Jamie Redknapp waxed lyrical about the Villa star. Redknapp's praise was in a great contrast to comments that he had offered upon the completion of the loan deal earlier this month. Let's just read into this. On this occasion, however, the 51-year-old was more than happy to sing Rashford's praises. Redknapp was also quick to point out that Villa found success where others did not dare to take a risk. That sub made all the difference, said Redknapp. He was fantastic. The whole end and has got a new hero. Rashford came on and gave energy, enthusiasm, everything you want to see from him. The running, the desire. He was excellent. He gave them the impetus to put Chelsea on the back foot. That's how you do a transfer window. That's a masterclass. You look at other clubs and how they didn't bring players in. Shut up, Jamie. God. I mean, seriously, steady on. It isn't that good. It isn't that good. He goes on to say, I'm sure there are directors of football clubs around the world with their head in their hands right now thinking, why didn't I get Marcus Rashford? I get the doubts. I would have been nervous about doing it, but right now it looks like Villa have done a great business with bringing Rashford in. Marcus Rashford all of a sudden turns it on for Aston Villa. Talk to me in the chat, everybody. I mean, seriously, has that not just proven the point that Ruben Amorim has been going on about? He turns it on when it suits him. He turns it on when it works better for him. Why does he turn that tap on when he's playing for Aston Villa all of a sudden? That's the point with Marcus Rashford, isn't it? And that's where we're at with him. It is all about him and nothing else. If it works for him, then you'll see that sort of Marcus Rashford performance. Let's see if he is consistently playing this way still in a few weeks' time. Let's see if Marcus Rashford is doing this when it comes to the nitty-gritty end of the season, when we're going into May and the pressure's on. I don't know. I don't know. It's good for Manchester United, obviously, because obviously we're getting value for our player. And he is still looking like a player. Everybody said when he moved, we just wanted him to play well so we could get value for him. There is a 40 million buy clause. But, yeah, like Jamie Redknapp said, the Holt End's got a new hero. But he's already come out and said that he wants to move to Barcelona. So is he really going to be a hero at Aston Villa? He's on loan, let's not forget that. And let's be clear on this, he does have his eyes set elsewhere on the summer. So let's just see. If Unai Emery can manage to get more out of him and is consistent this season, and then he can maybe manage to actually get that deal done in the summer, then well done for them. It's worked out well for them. But it also works out really well for Manchester United. Someone playing better elsewhere doesn't necessarily mean it was stupid business by the team that sold him. Look, it wasn't working at United. It's working at Villa. So that now proves to me that this was the right move to make. This was right for all parties. Right for Marcus, right for Manchester United, and maybe right for England. I don't know. Maybe this is going to turn Thomas Tuchel's head as well and he gets back in the England side. But everybody knew at Manchester United what Marcus Rashford was. Nobody sees it until it's in there up close and you can see it for yourself. So let's see, like I said, will the consistencies be there with Marcus Rashford for this season? Will he continue this form for Aston Villa? We will see. Oh, I have my doubts, like every other Manchester United fan and everyone else who has watched Rashford this last 18 months. It's why all of a sudden are you, bang, turning it on like that? That's the question that needs to be asked. That is the question. Don't even get me started. Redknapp is a clampet, says Catherine. Philip says, why didn't Boss anything? He is the same clueless running into brick kinds of player. Philip, few typos there, mate, but you just don't agree that he was brilliant yesterday. I'm taking it on that one. Rashford turning it on proves the point. The pundits are proving Amorim right. Yeah, Rashford playing for a new contract, says Ben. It's rhyming. Everybody understands the situation right now. Hopefully Villa fall for Rashford and buy him, says Tom. It's about consistency. Will he get 2 assists every week? Probably not, Skiliano. He won't. Gary says, Adam, let it go, fella. Marcus, don't play for us. You will feel a lot better, fella. No, mate, Gary, we're going to talk about it. That's what we do. It's football talks. It's part of the show, matey. Nothing to do with me. But Marcus Rashford doing well for Villa is a top story right now. So that's the title, I'm afraid. But you just have to deal with it. I think there's a lot of things that affects players at Manchester United. Is that a point that you need to look into there? Like, what is the Manchester United effect on players? Why do players feel, dare I say it's the Jadon Sancho line, freer? Why are they playing with freedom when they leave Manchester United? What is it? What has changed? Is it just the pressure of playing for Manchester United, the expectation levels? What is it? Is it the culture at Manchester United? Is it different elsewhere? Is it simple at other clubs? Or are clubs just run better than Manchester United? And Aston Villa are just a simple run football club that make things easier for players to thrive. Have they got it right and United have got it wrong? What is the difference? Is it just the level of player? And we can't really say that Rashford has gone down a level right now because Aston Villa are challenging for Europe. Manchester United are fighting relegation. So we can't really say that Marcus Rashford has gone down. Obviously, in stature, historically, and everything like that, you could say that Manchester United is always the biggest club in England, and that will always be there. But this is a boyhood Manchester United fan and player who's been at the club all his life, who is now playing better at another Premier League club than he would have at his boyhood club. So clearly there is something wrong in Manchester United for this to be happening. And we could argue the point, look, Real Betis and Anthony and him doing well there, that's good. And that is a little level, that is a little level down, I think, for a player and the standard of football. But Rashford's really not really dropped a level. He's gone up in a way. So it is coming down, I think, to what's happening at Manchester United. I think that's what it is. Marcus will blow himself out just like Sancho has. And Sancho did make a good start at Chelsea. That is a good point there from Tom. And look at him now. That situation really is proof that the grass, obviously, not always green on the other side. I think Sancho's career is done. I mean, he's going to keep playing, but in terms of him being a top player, his international career over completely. In the space of 3 years, he has lost everything, I think, Jadon Sancho. Will that happen to Marcus? Or is this the new lease of life and the kickstart that Marcus Rashford needed in his career? Can he go on from here and actually improve, I think, is the thing that everybody's watching out for. Will this be enough, like I said, to get him into the England side? That's what he wanted. And in the end, this may prove to be one of the best moves for everybody involved, because clearly Ruben Amorim didn't want to use him. Clearly, he wanted to move away, and he wanted to get back in the England side. Everybody wanted to see the best of Marcus Rashford in an England shirt again. Maybe him at Villa right now, maybe that's what happens. Villa will have a player that helps them qualify for Europe. United will get money in the summer because it's helping us get value for him while he's away at Aston Villa. And then maybe he will find his form for England as well. It's Rashford, United, Villa, everyone's happy. I think this has actually worked out quite well in a way. I think it's good that he's actually doing well. I've not got a problem with Marcus Rashford playing well, and I think it benefits everyone involved. I do believe that if he stayed at Manchester United, it would have been the same old story though. So yeah, you could maybe bring up a separate debate onto why Manchester United cannot get the best out of these players. Why is it so different? Because when players leave, they are playing the positions they want to play in, i.e. freedom. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that one, Corinthians. Playing in positions they want to play in. Marcus Rashford played in every position he wanted to play in for Manchester United. I don't think it's got anything to do with positions. It's all about attitude for me. And I think he wants to or he doesn't want to. And he clearly didn't want to under Ruben Amorim. It has to be the pressure and expectations. The academy players that end up elsewhere don't sing and dance. Ethan Williams scored a great goal yesterday as well for Cheltenham. I know it's a lower level, but well done to him as well. Just talking about academy players. There's another lone watch going on right there. 3-0 win for them. Alanga at Forest, best example of improvement in another Premier League team after leaving United. Stephanie, brilliant point again. There, like Manchester United, for some reason, these players don't work. This is what I think with United right now. I think they need to back Ruben Amorim so he can actually build a way these players have to play in. The chopping and changing all of the time, the amount of different players coming in with different characteristics and playing styles and what suits them and what doesn't, constantly through the last 10 years has got United to where we are right now. And I feel like Marcus Rashford has been a victim of it. I think a lot of players have been a victim of it. They weren't willing to change because they got used to playing a certain way and getting their way. And right now, I think if United actually have a philosophy, a style of play, then anybody coming in or anybody coming through will know that that's how United are going to play. And I think consistency will come with that. I think that's where we're at. I just hope Barcelona buy him, or at least make their decision early so we can move on fast as possible in the summer. True, some United players are playing like Stevie Wonder, Adam. A lot of them. Real Madrid or Barcelona the biggest stage in Europe, says Gareth. Clever recruitment is the most important part of clubs succeeding or not. You can have the best manager / coach money can buy. If the squad or a squad of players are not up to standard, it will show on the pitch. Yeah, it will. Red Rebellion there with a great comment on that one. Sorry, everybody. Still having the after effects of not feeling too well. Apologies. The dressing room is like a vicious circle. You could see all the new boys that are coming in are slowly getting the same attitude as the Rashford / Sancho players. A clear out is needed. Sancho does not improve at Chelsea. You must go to the right club. Recruitment. That is everything. That is a problem right now. And it's not just Manchester United, it's other clubs as well. I think Manchester City right now, moving on to them because it's a big game today against Liverpool, you're in a very similar situation with City right now. It's like they're at a different recruitment stage now because they are losing their players that have been massively successful for them, like the De Bruyne's aging. You've got your Jack Grealishes that are aging as well. Bernardo Silva's not getting any younger at all. You have to improve or stay on that same level in your recruitment. That is very difficult. How they get them players or that quality of player into Manchester City, that's what you need. I think City will be an example now of how a top club needs to recruit to keep on continuing. They've hit that mark. They've maxed out, and that's what the season has been. They've hit that wall. They cannot go any further. And these players now under Pep Guardiola cannot go or cannot get any better. I think that's where we're at right now with Manchester City. Get your thoughts in on where you think this game is going today between City and Liverpool as well. But the recruitment side, again, just to finish on that there, it's like the Mamouche coming in as well as another option up front for Manchester City is a very good buy. I don't know about the other signings. Obviously, Gonzalez coming in. You've got Kuzminov as well there. There's a few players that they've brought in Manchester City. Whether or not they will be of the quality needed to continue at that Pep level, we will see going forward. But I think with the players that are leaving right now at City, or the players that are coming to the end, this is where you'll see recruitment at the highest level again, and what's needed or what's necessary. And that, I think, is going to be, I think that's going to be point proven, I think, in City's next 2 years, whether they are competing at the top Champions League level again. Because we've seen the other night against Real Madrid that they just don't have it. And that, I think, today is prime example of how Real Madrid do it in continually buying the players that's necessary, stacking their squad, and that squad having an understanding that you're not always going to play. You're at Real Madrid. You're not going to play every game unless you are elite. And somehow they manage to balance their team to a point where they are actually able to keep all of these players happy within their squad. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It isn't. Going through all of the other reports around the papers today as well, there is a lot of talk on this City game today. It is the big build-up. Erling Haaland makes feelings clear. Haaland trolls Arsenal with reaction to Lewis Skelly's red card versus West Ham as back and forth continues. There is a bit of a ding-dong with that one, but Lewis Skelly's red card yesterday as well. Honestly, it has just completely rolled a 180, hasn't it? Erling Haaland has continued his spat with Miles Lewis Skelly after revelling in his red card against West Ham. Lewis Skelly was sent off in the second half of Arsenal's damaging 1-0 defeat by the Hammers on Saturday for bringing down Mohamed Kudus. The 18-year-old was initially given a yellow card, but referee Craig Pawson upgraded it to a red after being directed to the pitch side monitor by VAR. But Haaland making it very, very clear that he can't let it go, Haaland, can he? I don't think he can let anything go. He has been at the forefront of all of the banter and all of the jibes and everything right now. It's been an ongoing battle, hasn't it, really, on social media. Haaland clearly found it funny because he liked a photo on Instagram, adding another page to the back and forth between the two. It all started back in September when Haaland appeared to ask the youngster, who the F are you? during a fiery melee between Arsenal and City players. Lewis Skelly didn't back down then and took his first opportunity to fire back at the Norwegian earlier this month. I mean, I'm all good and well with the banter and everything like that, but does it not just show right now for me, like all of these reports on social media, all of the write-ups in the paper, where Liverpool are at and where Manchester City and Arsenal are at, bantering around about players like Arsenal losing to West Ham, Haaland going in on that. Like, get your game won first, Haaland. Actually go out and beat Liverpool. You're supposedly the champions, and you're dropping down into a level with a bit of banter between the failing Arsenal side that we've just been talking about on the show now. It's like, honestly, like, go out and do your job first, then maybe come back and have a little bit of banter. Like, you are fourth in the league right now and you're champions. I don't think there's any room for anyone bantering anyone right now in the City dressing room, to be honest. I think it's embarrassing. But that just shows you the difference right now, and this is why I feel Liverpool are going to walk the league. You've got Arsenal and City bantering each other, all of that to-in and fro-in, and Liverpool have just walked away with it. It's been the easiest Premier League season ever for anyone winning the league for me. And I think that just shows you how far the likes of City have dropped this season and how far Arsenal are dropping as well. We've got Nottingham Forest in between Arsenal and Manchester City, just going about their business. No drama, no headlines, no news. Same with Liverpool. You've got players that are supposedly leaving the club, contracts ending and all of that, but they're still churning along there, no problem at all, top of the league. And then you've got Manchester City and Arsenal bickering with each other. It's sad, it really is. And the teams that have just got on with business are the ones that are thriving right now. And obviously, there isn't much going on. When you're playing well, there is no news. I understand that. There's no headlines when things are going well. It's like Manchester United right now. We're a walking headline, aren't we? Everything's going wrong. Everybody wants to talk about us when things are bad. No one's really talking about Liverpool. No one cares. But we all know that they're going to win the league. That's what you call a well-run football club. Not spending any money in the summer and dealing with what they're dealing with, knowing what team they've got, going out getting a manager that fits the best, that fits best to the capabilities of their players. That's good recruitment. And Liverpool, unfortunately, and I don't like saying it as a Manchester United fan, I've got it absolutely bang on. And they're sat back laughing at the likes of City and Arsenal bickering to and fro, laughing at Manchester United down at the bottom, every other big Premier League club. No one cares about Liverpool, but we all care when they pick that league trophy up at the end of the season. That's where we're at right now with it. But hey, that pretty much is your paper round all summed up, everybody. There isn't that much really juicy stuff in there today. I think it will all come after this game today. It's a crunch one. Obviously, Marcus Rashford is back playing. Drop your comments in on him. Is he back? Is this the turning point for him? Is Arsenal's season over? Get your comments in on that as well. And who is going to win that big one today? Is this Liverpool lifting the trophy if they win the game today? Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the paper round. I will see you all later on through the week here on Football Talks. I'll be back this afternoon, obviously this evening after the football, with the evening show on FUTV, and hopefully it will be updating you on Kazi's semi-final. We're playing in the wind, we're playing in the rain today. It's going to be a bad one. We've got a semi-final against Bury, so good luck to the Winton ladies today. Hopefully we can come through. I'll tell you how it all goes later on, everybody. But until then, have a good Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. Chill out. And I'll see you all later on. See you in a bit, everybody.